interactive. I want to see if you have heard of boards and have kind of used it a little bit. Can you put a 1 in the chat? If you're like, I've used boards and I'm pretty familiar with it, I'm just on because I want to know what else I can learn, can you drop a 2 in the chat? And if you've never heard of boards or seen boards, or maybe you've heard of it, but you've never been on it, can you drop a 3 in the chat? I'm just taking a look. I'm doing some, wow, there's a lot of messages. I love this, you guys. Okay, fantastic. So hopefully there'll be a little bit of everything here for people. I want to start by saying there's so much amazing things that I think this app can do. And tonight we're going to keep it pretty basic. And some of you are going to be so hungry for more. So stay tuned until the end. And I'll talk a little bit about how you can get more if you're like, okay, I'm totally interested in how else I can dig in. But I'm going to keep it pretty surface level today because there's so many new people to this app. So if you're taking notes, I want you to write this down. There's really 3 things personally that I've found this app has really done for our organization. We've been using it for a little while now. It's been a game changer for us this year. Probably one of the top 3 things, in my opinion, we've implemented. Think of it a little bit as first, a website, second, an organization system, and third, customer communication. Those are kind of the top 3 I'm going to talk about tonight. Again, that's surface level. I'm going to give you examples. I'm going to show you some stuff. But those are the big 3 I want to talk about this evening. So if you are a leader with an organization right now, this is where I want your head at. I want you to think duplication platform. This is an opportunity for you as a leader to really show duplication 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 levels deep. Fantastic for that. You'll see why shortly. If you're a distributor growing a team of preferred members and customers and distributors, I want you to think of boards as like a sales companion, and you'll get to see what I mean by that as well. And then when you put those together, it's really just team alignment. It's really beautiful to see how it all kind of comes together and the team can start to gel on all the same stuff, okay? So it's like my first little part I want to talk about. My second little part I want to talk about, I'm going to do a whole demo here in a minute. But I have 3 parts before that. My second part is a note of caution. If you're anything like me, you can get really excited and just start like putting all these different things in boards, right? And creating all these different folders and all these different pages and all this different information because there's so much we have as Herbalife International, right? There's so much that we could talk about. There's so much we want our team to know about. What we found is we're constantly curating our boards. We're making sure that whatever's on our boards for our organization is what the majority of the organization will benefit from. And also people are like frequently asking about, customers and distributors. So we're constantly curating and curating and curating. We're pulling stuff off and putting new in. The beautiful thing about boards is the minute you adjust it on the app, every single user who subscribes to your board has that update immediately. So it's really, really helpful. So I just word of caution, you're going to want to create 1 million boards if you've got any kind of squirrel personality like me. I'm here to tell you, keep it curated and talk to your leadership, because what we found also was the leadership really created the board that our entire organization uses, right? We actually have 2 boards that we use in our organization. So we've created those 2. And regionally, we have a board. We have a quick start with a mega workout every month. We call it the movement. We've got a board for that. So that's 3 boards that my team personally would be using if they're plugged into my organization. And the free version of boards gives you 3 boards. Okay, so you get 3 for free. After that, there is a paid subscription. We'll talk about at the end what Herbalife has negotiated for us. It's incredible. But I want you to make sure that you're talking with your leadership about what boards they're going to create for the organization so that you don't go ham on all of the other boards that you're so excited about and end up needing to pay for something maybe you don't have to, or you end up creating boards that your organizational leader is already creating. So that's my little note of caution. What else do I want to say about that? Have some strategy around it. Again, talk with your upline, talk with each other, get to know some best practices of people utilizing boards, create some strategies. So that's part 2. Okay, part 3, moving on right before I get to the demo section. I'm going to show you 3 different things today in my boards. I'm going to spend time on what's called 3 folders. So the lingo was something that I really had to learn. So let me just do a brief lesson. You're going to see a board, And then within boards, you can have folders. And then when you're really catching on, there's also pages, okay? So those are 3 words you're gonna hear me use tonight: boards, folders, and pages. And I'll walk you through on the demo what those 3 things are, but I just kind of wanted to define it. And I'm gonna show you these 3 particular things because I think it really shows a unique and supportive way for boards to be in your organization. Again, we can go so much deeper, but there'll be time for that later. So with that said, I'm gonna start by sharing my screen. Okay, I know y'all wanna see all kinds of stuff. Let me kind of make it a little smaller so it fits in my screen well. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of a tour. Over on this left-hand side, these are boards. These are all boards that I have, you guys. Within each board are folders. These are folders right here. So what you're looking at right now, the movement, that's actually our regions board for our mega workout and our quick start, okay? I'm not gonna dive into that today, but I will show you how you can gain access and you can see the whole thing if you wanna see what's in it. Ours is certainly not the greatest out there. There's other regions that are doing way more with regional boards, which are way cooler. But ours works right now for what we have going on in Minneapolis. It's awesome. We also have a welcome to the team board. This is for our brand new distributors so they don't get overwhelmed. There's only 2 folders in there. There's how to launch their business and how to onboard. And the distributor dashboard. That's where I'm going to hang today. I'm going to hang in distributor dashboard and I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things in here. So remember there were 3 points I gave you at the beginning, 3 things I wanted you to write down. It was the website, the organization system, and client communication. So I want to show you some examples of that right now. We're going to start with the organizational system. I'm going to show you this team calendar. So I'm going to show you this team calendar right now. And let me see a few things. Okay, so this actually is live my team calendar. So if you're in my organization, you can kind of see at a glance when things might be happening, right? You also can see if you're in my organization, dates for our quick starts, dates for our JKO, dates for our LDW, of course, extravaganza in Minneapolis next year. Super excited to host you guys. I kept the October LDW up here just for this call because I'm gonna open up the chat for a minute. I wanna know if this is just me. How many of you, I want you to drop a 4 in the chat if you've been in this position or you've had someone message you from your downline in this position. LDW is coming up and maybe a question comes up. The question could be, is there a theme party? What's the theme? The question could be, what's the qualifications? The question could be, I know the hotel moved, what's the address? I know it might be, who's our speakers again? And can you tell me a little bit about them? Like I wanna see 4s in the chat if this is coming up for you also. Yes, okay, this was coming up for us. And this is how boards has solved that problem for us. If I click on this right here, you can see our LDW was the 27th through the 29th. And if anybody clicked on qualifications, agenda, and more, look at, here's our agenda, color coded by who can qualify for what. Here's our speakers. I won't play these videos, but here's a video from Jill Addy, phenomenal Chairman's Club member that was a speaker with us. Mike Stanton did I told him this is one of the best promo videos I've ever seen. It was so good, you guys. We got videos from them. Jersey Boys is what our VIP qualification was. How many of you are like, what time do we meet in the lobby, right? That's always a question on Friday night of LDW. Here's the party and the theme, the qualifications. You can click here to get a bigger qualification flyer. You can click here to buy your ticket. And here's the hotel information. Everything you need to know about LDW by the click of a button. It's so simple. Now, as you continue to scroll, you can see December 11th in 47 minutes, I've got a team call. How many of you, drop a 5 in the chat if you're ever like, gosh, I know I have a call, but I don't remember the Zoom code. How many of you ever had that happen? Oh, me too. Look at, I can just click here and I'll get to join the team call. You guys, same with, we do transformation. So we've got that on here. Our JKO, if we want to purchase the ticket, if somebody doesn't know where to purchase the ticket, look, they just click here. Boom. Here's where they purchase their ticket for JKO. Everything is on here. Our mega workouts, all our stuff. So this is our team calendar. So when I talk to you about how amazing it is to have that calendar structure, that organizational system, that's what I'm referring to. I'm referring to something like a team calendar. So you could imagine there's so many ways in which you can think of to use that for your organization, I bet, right? It's phenomenal. Now, let's talk about client communication. Remember, that was another one of my first 3 bullet points. I'm going to talk about retail for client communication. Here's why. New client follow-up. Drop a 5 in the chat if you've ever heard this. You always follow up on day 1, day 3, day 5, day 7, day 14, day 21, and day 28. Yes, that chat's blown up. 42 years we've been doing that, right? And I remember when I came into the business, Amber Wick and Brooke Kerwin were my sponsors. We had a little office together, and they handed me a sheet of paper. And then one day we evolved and we put that sheet of paper on a website that all of our distributors had, right? And that's kind of where that document lived for us. Now, here's where it lives. Look at, here's all of it right here. So on day 0, for example, I just want to show you, here is what we send to our clients. You'll see this little note right here. So the distributors know they send this little text message with the 2 videos. Video number 1 is Millionaire team member Jessica Berenguer showing how to make a shake. And video number 2 is Get 2.5 member Ashley showing how to make a tea, because your new clients don't know how to do that, right? So it's day 0 follow-up. I've got day 1, message in the morning, message in the evening. I've got day 3, message in the morning, right? All of my messages are right here. Even so far as on day 14 is when our organization offers preferred membership, right? So I want you to think, if you're an organizational leader and you've got team, this is how that team alignment happens. This is how that duplication happens, because you know, as the leader in your organization, on day 14, everybody gets this message. But then what happens? People are like, oh gosh, someone wants to sign up. How do I teach them to sign up? Has that ever happened to you, right? Again, team alignment and duplication. This is how we teach people to sign up. And you guys don't need to be taking screenshots. You sure can, but I'll share with you. You're going to see all of this. We've got all of this for you. Stay tuned at the end of my section. I'll tell you where you can find it. But this is literally what we teach our team to do. Everybody has the exact same retail scripts now. They're not needing to be housed on some website clunkily somewhere, God only knows, password protected, right? It's all right here. Now, the last thing that I want to talk to you about before I show you the mind-blowing moment. Yep, I haven't even gotten to the mind-blowing moment. The last thing that I want to show you is in our client communications. So you'll see I've got a folder here. It's called Preferred Member Campaigns. When I click on Preferred Member Campaigns, holiday giveaway is something that our organization does every December. I'm not going to click into that, but mega win back. We have a mega win back happening right now, right? Organization or world nationwide, Herbalife has it going for all of us, which is so incredible. So here's what we did. We had a call, and our team call on Monday night at 7 p.m. We got everybody really clear. What is the win back? What does it mean? Why would you reach out to people? We're in our last 2 months of the year. Let's get qualified for Atlantis. Who's getting close to the getaway? Who's going for the bonus bucks promotion, right? The December extra cash money. All of that we promoted to the team. We gave them the whole vision. We taught them exactly why they wanted to pay attention to the mega win back. And then we said, in your boards, you're going to see Preferred Member Campaign has the mega win back in it. And now everybody has this. Check it out. They click here. They click this little video. I'm not going to play it, but it's Heather Rumler, President's team member Heather Rumler, showing you how to run your reports so that you know exactly who qualifies for the mega win back promotion. Then look at this. There's a script. Team alignment, duplication, sales companion everyone sends the same script out that the organizational leadership created. This is the script we send to every single person in my entire organization that is eligible for the promotional reinstatement. And do you see this at the bottom? The client gets this text message. The client sees this little link. They click on it. Here's the client communication. Remember, promotional reinstatement means we might not have talked to these people in 5, 6, 7 years. So we say, hey, you've been missed. You won't believe it. Herbalife's reinstated your preferred membership for free, effective immediately. No fees, no hassles, log in, membership fee waived. Here's some things you might have missed. We've got a vegan line. Got a little video about vegan line. We've got sweet ginger tea. We have 21-day transformation challenge. All of this, you guys. And then ours has a join their text list. So we've got a text messaging system that we use. So our customer can click on this and they immediately get into a monthly communication with us if they want it. So this is what the customer sees. But the distributor just had to use this script. The distributor on my 7th line didn't have to create this. And I know that my distributor on my 7th line is sending this message out, and I know exactly what messaging is going out to those clients. So that's what I have on the win back. Now, let me look at my notes real quick. Let me look at this chat. How are we doing in the chat? Can I get a little drop a 1 if you're like, okay, I'm excited. I'm already excited. I don't even really know what's going on, but I'm pumped. Are you in that position? That's kind of where I was when I first learned at boards. I was like, I don't even really know what's going on, but feels really cool. All right, I'm going to show you something so awesome now. That wasn't even the mind-blowing moment. So I'm going to grab my phone. I'm going to be super techie. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. It's the first time I've ever done this, so bear with me. I'm going to share my screen on my phone. Can I do this? Oh boy, hang on. Hang on, everybody. I'm going to start my broadcast. Yep, okay, we're working. Here's my boards app. I want to talk to you about something called keyboard integration. Write down keyboard integration. Amanda Madrid, thanks. I do got this. Appreciate you. Okay, I want you to go. I'm going to go to distributor dashboard, right? I was just in the preferred member campaign. I was just on Mega Winback. And here's my script, right? Now, did you think you had to copy paste this? Because I thought you had to copy paste this. And even thinking I had to copy paste this, I still thought it was pretty cool. But you don't have to copy paste this. It has full keyboard integration. Write that down, even if you don't know what it means. Full keyboard integration. It can be if you're texting somebody. It could be if you're on Telegram. It could be if you're in the DMs. It could be if you're on Facebook Messenger. It doesn't matter how you're communicating with somebody. Let me show you. I'm going to just pretend. I'm going to go to text and I'm going to message myself. Watch this. I'm going to go like I'm messaging myself. Do you see this little world icon in the bottom left? I'm going to click that world icon. I'm going to go distributor dashboard, preferred member campaign, Mega Winback, Winback reach out script. Done. Now I do have to adjust it a little bit. I have to change the name. So I'm going to say, hey, Amanda, send. Do you see that? Ooh, I'm trying to get my keyboard now to go down so you guys can all see that. But they see the whole thing. They see the whole text message and they see the board. So when they open the board, look how beautiful this looks. It's so pretty. Everything is made to view on your phone. And your entire downline has access to that on the click of a button. It's wild. So imagine your follow-up. Imagine doing your preferred member campaigns. Imagine communicating with a happy birthday message. Maybe you want to put a board together about what they get on their birthdays. There's so much you can do. That's why I said you're going to probably get into this presentation and be like, oh my gosh, I want to make 1,000,000 boards. Be strategic, okay? Be strategic. So I'm going to end with this little part. I've got my last part. First of all, there is discount pricing, which is so amazing. Really grateful to both boards and Herbalife for the negotiating that they did with us as distributors. We get 3 boards for free. That's incredible. Also, you'll see there's going to be a landing page that you'll be able to go sign up on. And your landing page, you guys, is where you can actually purchase your subscription. If you are going to pay for boards, which I definitely do, I see so much value in it. And I have team all over the nation. So I have a lot of regional boards, right? I have a lot of other organizational stuff that I keep kind of in different spaces. So for me, it makes sense to have a paid subscription. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say, you're going to see they're going to drop in the chat here. They're also going to have an email go out tomorrow. And I'm sure it'll be floating around Herbalife. But remember I said, I know you're going to want to see these boards. I know you're going to want to look a little more in depth. I know you're going to want to dive in and see some stuff. We've actually, I think it's Boards that created it, Boards and Herbalife. Somebody created it. It's amazing. I'm in it right now. A full Telegram chat, not a channel, a chat with 3 different languages, Spanish, French, and English are all in there already. You can join this Telegram. When they drop it in the chat, you can join right away. I've already shared my boards that I just shared with you guys today. I shared the 3 things that I shared. I did take out my team calls for obvious reasons. But you can get in there. When you guys are using boards and you're like, this one's working really well, you can share it for other people to look at and get ideas from. Some of you, remember I mentioned in the beginning, some of your regional boards blow mine out of the water. Put your regional boards in there. Like, let's just share them and get some community going and see what we really can do to create. Everything I've ever seen Herbalife take a hold of when it's small like this, as it gets shared, it blows up into something so magnificent. And I really can't wait to see what happens when we start to dig in and see how this can shift our business.